Hey, what's going on there, guys? If you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. We got a great show. We got a show lined up for you today. Don't know about how great it is. We'll evaluate that at the end. But we do have, and I just like to say this, the beautiful bouncing Betty here today. How's it going, Betty?
What did you call me?
Beautiful Betty.
I think that sounds a bit better. I don't know why. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great weather here. They say that we have never had the best sort of weather in September, but that's wrong, of course, because people have slow memories, right? But it's a good day today. It's nice and sunny and warm, and hopefully it will cool down a little bit tonight so that we can sleep.
I
But
don't think I asked you about the weather.
well, we Dutch people, we always talk about weather first, because we have to get that all squared away. And then you can sort of adjust or see how our mood is like, right? Bad
So,
weather, bad mood.
so bad weather, the weather is in charge or directs or governs your mood?
Yeah, I think it applies for most Dutch people. Talk about the weather, and then we sort of see, have these feelers out how that other person is experiencing the weather themselves, and then agree on whether it's a good day or a bad day.
On whether it's a good weather day or a bad day? Is that a pun?
We'll take it as you will.
I gotta take it as I will. All right, let's check in on the other panel members. Um,
Where are they?
it's just me and Betty. It's the QE Betty show today.
Yeah, usually Adam is here, but he might be drinking tea or eating tea, whatever they do in England. Right?
No, he's eating wine. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. There ain't no tea in there. He's eating wine. Adam, where the heck are you? Come save us, man.
Adam is a talker, isn't he? Likes to converse. Usually he has all kinds of things that he experiences, right, with the work that he does.
There was something. You're a little bit low
Low on what?
on
Energy?
voice.
Voice?
Yeah. Ask those
What?
guys out there if they can hear you okay.
What do I have to do? Excuse me?
Yeah, the guys out there in Chatville. How's Betty coming through? Can you hear her okay? Is she low?
Never been low in my life.
Because I got you low here. Let's see what's going on. Huh. It's
Well,
still not.
there's not many people responding to your request.
Really?
Maybe
They ain't even paying attention out there.
Well, Tom Parker says she's quiet, so I'm quiet.
You're quiet? Let me turn you up.
A little low, can hear, but higher would be nice.
All right, 1 second. I already got you at 160. Okay, I got you at 200. Go ahead.
Turn her up then, someone said.
That should be better, especially when you got closer to your mic when I turned you up.
I didn't.
You're not closer to your mic? You sound really good now.
Maybe that's because you put me up.
No, I turned you up but it only went up 40.
Level, right? The level that I'm supposed to be on.
Just on the top end, because you're already at 160.
What does that mean?
106. I got to turn you up here in Discord, right? So if you right click, you have. Oh, I can't do it on myself. That's user volume, and then it has a level there, and now you are all the way 200%. It goes from 0 to 200%. Just in case anyone wondering out there.
Okay.
So I put you on 200%. And by the way, we should never talk about admin on the show. That's rule number 1. But hey, the heck with the rules today.
Don't say that too loudly because people might think that.
Yeah, they might take that literally. Yeah, it wasn't a good day for the first 4 hours or so. You know, sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes, well, the bear gets you. We all experienced that, you know, but then I had to turn around. Just one of those things, turn around, and I said, okay, let's roll with it. And I like these. I like the open discussion shows. I really do. Ever since Betty recommended them, and I really enjoy them.
Oh yeah, you had to put that in.
Yeah, you did recommend it because I never thought about it. You said, "Oh, why don't you just have an open panel and let everyone speak and see where the flat Earth community is at these days?" And I should have thought of that myself, but I didn't. But I give that to you. It was a great idea.
Yeah. Well, we need some people then in, but we got a couple of people in now. We got Neil Constantino.
Am I late?
Yeah, fashionably, but that's New Yorkers, huh?
Yeah,
How's it going?
good. Well, better now.
How's the weather?
How's the weather?
Very confusing.
The weather's confusing.
Yeah, I started out with shorts. Now I got long sleeves. I don't know. All in about an hour.
Yeah. All right, take over, Betty. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh no, you don't. Well, we got Adam here. Hey, Adam.
Let him go, Bay. Let him go.
The Adam Meekin.
Evening, guys.
Hey, we're just talking about you having tea, eating tea, drinking tea.
I've just put YouTube on and got in, and I was just. I hate to play to a stereotype. I was just getting a glass of wine. Had a busy day. So John was right.
How does he know you? He knows you, right?
Pinot Grigio this evening.
Adam's eating wine again.
Yeah,
wine.
I told you.
Ah.
I've just had a couple of big lumps. Sorry for my tardiness. I'm knackered, John. I'm knackered. I just got back from Liverpool. So I was rocked up there. If you check out Iron Realm, you'll see a couple of streams from some of the protests in Liverpool today. So part of the COVID Truth Tour. Met up with the guys and shout out.
Make that tour, that globe tour, into a anti-COVID lockdown tour. Or something.
Yeah. It was really mad because it was in Nottingham yesterday, and like Coke always kicks you in the nuts. So never made it, but I planned to be in Liverpool today because I was going to Manchester last night. I'm on the way to Manchester and driving along the A50. I see this dirty camper van, and in the back of it, in the dirt, somebody's written, "Where we go one, we go all." I'm thinking, hello. So I pull alongside because it's a dual carriageway. I have to go to undertake them. Give him a big honk because I suddenly see Jason in there, and it was the tour bus. So we held up traffic for a little bit as we chatted through the windows, and then, like I say, met up with him today. So good fun. And I say, check the stream, and you'll see there's a nice bit from Piers Corbyn, who's the ex-Labour leader's brother. He's quite an active guy in all of this and quite an eloquent speaker. So it's worth half an hour. It's worth a little look at if you want to know what's the feeling is in the UK.
Yeah, what is the feeling in the UK? I mean, what are you protesting against? Certain laws or the lockdown itself? What's with the lockdown in your country?
I don't think to pin any one reality on it, whether there's a lot of people with a lot of different concerns. So from COVID to 5G to the real passionate stuff, which is, the paedophile networks within government. There's a lot of stuff. But we're kind of at a crossroads, aren't we, where the state's trying to turn this country Orwellian. And And I think it's kind of like that. It's highlighting. I don't think necessarily Nathan the same ascribed to all the 5G stuff that I've heard, but it doesn't really matter. The important thing for me is a recognition of the erosion of our civil liberties, and we've got to let our voices be heard. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Holland, babe, but they're using all of this to erode our rights and liberties.
And are they reporting it in the mainstream news, or is it sort of?
Oh no, it's ignored and derided like flat Earth.
So they're not talking about it that much, huh?
Certainly not in the mainstream. No, I mean there's a little bit when Piers Morgan got arrested in London. I think that made the national news, but other than that, not really.
I've seen a protest where David Icke was on the platform and the people. Did that go mainstream or probably not, huh?
No, it's all over YouTube, isn't it? But it's along those lines. I mean, hopefully the tour ends in London, I think on the 26th of this month, and there'll be hopefully a presence and at least demonstrate that it's hard for the mainstream media to ignore.
Well, in my country, they tried to get a sort of a constitution change, right? So that a emergency law that they had working, which isn't working, they want to now sort of implement into the constitution so that they have more legal rights to lock you down and whatever. And yeah, people are sort of protesting against that. But in Holland, we are not that much of great protesting people. I see it in Berlin, I see it in London, but we in the middle, and I see it in France. But we sort of Dutch people, we are sort of, yeah. Although
I thought your farmers liked a bit. They like to get the tractors out, don't they, and take them in the city centres.
Yeah, that we all want to go to The Hague where the government is decided, but sometimes that's not the best place to go to. Better go to other places. Yeah, but the Black Lives Matter, that one could go, right? But the people that want to go against the corona lockdowns and rules, right? Those are sort of repressed, and some strange things happening all over the world. It's not just it's all everywhere, right? It's everywhere the same.
That's because it's a non-racist virus. So when there's a BLM rally, it refuses to propagate like it would at any other mass gathering.
I call it a political virus. It aims just at the right groups at the right time and when they need it. Now it's pointed at the teenagers. Earlier, the teenagers couldn't do any harm to anyone, and now the teenagers are the culprit for everything now. So strange.
Yeah, but yeah, if I can just shout out to, like I say, Jason Didsbury, wicked, really, the guys and what God, work, go away, work. I'm gonna have to shoot again in a minute. This is what happens when you have a day off, you see. I'll mute up, guys. You have to excuse me a sec.
Yeah, go ahead. So you mentioned the Hague, right? And I always heard that term. It sounds like a stern term. Is that like the head of government locale?
Well, it's sort of a capital. That's not the national capital. It's the capital where the government is resided. You call it The Hague, but we call it Den Haag or Schravenhagen.
Snavelhaven.
No, Schravenhagen.
Snavel. How's ye snavel?
Yeah, you would say so.
It sounds like that. But a lot of important things go on there, right? Because I always hear that mentioned. I've never actually studied it.
International courts that they sort of hold there for international criminals, like people that do genocides and whatever. So,
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
but Well, it is a sort of a court that a lot of countries do agree on, but also a lot of countries don't, right?
Right.
Like Russia, for example, doesn't acknowledge the international courts in the Hague. Understandably, right? But yeah, because it's punk. I mean, they sort of prosecute people that they aren't even there, right? They doesn't matter, right? If you have the name and you can sort of hold the court there and just prosecute people that
That aren't there.
aren't there.
That's not too bad. Is that a United Nations thing or is that separate?
I think it goes along with the United Nations thing. Yes.
Ah, got it. Yep. I
Well,
always
I'm
heard it.
not
I always
really-
liked the name. It seems so stern and so abrupt. Because they're at the Hague. So
The
it seems
Hague.
like the end point, right? That's where it's just one of those things, you know. It seems like that's where you reach self-actualization. You know, I'm at the Hague. That's where I am.
Yeah.
There's a connotation to it, right? But I always heard it, and now that you say that, yeah, about international court system, yeah, that like I said, I never studied it in depth or anything, and that's near you.
No, I have to drive 1.5 hours, I think. Yeah.
1.5
Get-
hours. Well, how many kilometers away?
Well, if you drive 100 kilometers an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and you do about 100 an hour and a half, then you can calculate the kilometers.
150 kilometers. That's not that far away.
Oh, it's not that far away.
No.
Far enough for me, right? I'm not going to do it by bike. If you understand my
Yeah, right. 100 kilometers now. How fast is that? How fast is that miles per hour?
That's your thing, the miles, right?
Yeah, it's my thing.
Yeah, you guys, you're American guys, miles and stuff.
I didn't make it up.
Well, but you go by it, right?
Or 2 miles per hour.
I find it funny that nobody knows if it's an unknown measurement. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
It's only 62. That's only 62 miles an hour, dude. They ain't doing anything. What are you? You can run faster.
Oh yeah, for 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you do it.
I could when I was younger.
Oh yeah, well, not in 1.5 hours. I
Yeah.
did maybe 100 meters in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I did. Yep. When I was 12 years old, 100 meters, 10.9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
Someone's-
run like the wind, man.
YouTube says cheater.
They say what? Cheetah?
Cheater. Yeah.
That's right, cheetah. That's right. I'll tell you what. I'll bet you I could get real close to that right now too.
Oh come on.
I'm gonna try it. My son runs cross country, and we had a match set because he ran the 100 meters not that long ago. He was in track before, and he's always talking smack. And we had something set up, but we got sidetracked, and it never happened. But I think I could take him.
Yeah, well, I see that when I see it.
Yeah, when you see it, right? That's right. That's when you'll see it.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Fall's coming around the corner. Let's get a little cool. I know I could take him out the gate. See, that's the most important thing, right out the gate. I think I got him, but he might be able to
I
over.
think that he'll faster than you will.
You think?
You think? Yeah, I think. Therefore, I
Yeah, you think. Therefore, I am. Listen at you. Did you say to heal faster?
yeah. I mean, you will be broken. Your tongue is on your shoelaces, right? And he will be up and running in the next 100.
Yeah, that might. Yeah, because I don't do any sprints or anything now. I run. I still do 20 miles a week, but that's, you know, I'm not sprinting. That's a different kind of running, right?
Yeah. Put your wrong foot first, then you will end badly. It's all
As long
about
as you don't, as long as you don't do that fairy speed walking where you look like a half homo.
yeah, that's weird. I think that is even unhealthy, right?
Weird. It looks like their freaking hips are gonna go out of this joint.
Well, you guys like to watch hips, don't you?
Oh, brother. No, but I know what he's talking about. Yeah, you know what he's talking. Do a lot of people do that in Holland? Do you see a lot of people out there speed walking in Holland?
I've seen it in the past, but I don't see it now.
Yeah,
They
they're all
do have
riding.
these sticks.
They're all riding bikes, though, right?
Yeah, bike riding. But now we got the e-bike, so that now everybody sort of is even faster than before.
E-bike,
Yeah, e-bike, electronic.
electronic bikes.
Yeah. You charge them, and then when you sort of pedal, they get even faster. I
Huh.
think that these guys can go fast, man. I think it's close to 40 kilometers an hour if they want to. It isn't allowed, but they can go fast.
That's cheating.
yeah.
Did they use those bikes on the Tour de France?
No, they use all kinds of other medication.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Little doping going on there, huh? That's the story.
My first bike was a white Apollo Racer.
Mine was a
Apollo.
Huffy Thunder Road. Huh?
Huffy?
Huffy, Huffy, Thunder Road. Had a big number 4 right down below. I don't know if that was my first bike, but it was a bike that I remember. It was big back
we're around
then.
the same age.
Second,
We're around the same age, and there was no Huffies back then.
Huffy Thunder Road. Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything was
man.
going
Huffy
big, like
Thunder Road.
banana handlebars, the banana seats.
Yeah, I got you there. But yeah, I had a couple bikes before that. That's what I just said. Let's see. I'm going to type it. Huffy Thunder Road. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll pull this up. Look at this, man. Where'd you go? Oh, these darn things don't pull up anymore in Google. There you go. Hold on a second. Switch that over. Hey. Oh, I know the problem.
You now try to prove a Huffy Roadster back in the day.
Ain't a Huffy Roadster. It's a Huffy Thunder Road. There, it had number 4 right there. Told ya.
Thunder Road.
Yeah, Huffy Thunder Road, man.
So, okay.
So,
Sounds like breeze.
you see these up here? See, this one has no handle grips on it. But mine had a different bar. I put a different handlebar on it. More of a jumping handlebar, because when I was young, Evel Knievel had a real impact on kids' lives. So
Knievel was the man.
So
he tried to jump the Snake River Canyon, right?
Yeah. He did a lot of crazy
Rocket?
motor. Yeah, that was at a rocket. I liked his motorcycle jumps better.
Oh, me too. I had the toy.
Yeah.
I had the bike that you revved up and hit the button and boom, jumped the ramps and everything. With you?
Wow, a lot of memories. Wow. All right, that's memory lane for today. I was going to talk about the handle grips. Yeah, like I said, I changed this out, and I had more of a jumping type of bike. Better shocks. I customized it a little bit, but yeah, there was one memory of this where I don't know what happened, but I got a good run at this jump. You know, we put bricks and few boards down, and I hit that jump. I'll tell you what, I was rolling at least 30, 40 mile an hour. I was down a hill and then right up to the jump. Yeah. When I went to lift up on the front, my handle grips came off the bar. So I'll leave you with the rest of what happened after that. It wasn't pretty. But I rubbed a little.
Yeah, when you first try the Evel Knievel jump, you don't realize that you got to pull up. And when you
yeah, I
you
did.
come down on the front wheel, and then it's bad. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I did pull up, but it did. The handle grips came off in my hands, so you can just imagine. Just think about it. I'm shocked.
That might even be worse.
I'm shocked an ambulance didn't arrive. Put it to you that way. All right, let's get back to the. Yeah, Huffy. I can't believe we got into the Huffy Thunder Road. Too funny. All right, take that off. Huffy Thunder Road. They call this 1975. I thought I had that a little bit earlier, but okay. All right, back to the intellectual discussion.
Oh, we got one? Okay.
No, we don't. What we got in here? Put this down. Hey, Rakia, what's up, man?
Doing a little work. Loading some concrete right now.
Doing a little work. Tuesday, I heard about a hurricane. I haven't watched the news the past few days. What's up?
It went east.
Did it go?
my
Yeah,
sister.
cool.
Hit my sister instead.
Where's your sister at?
Perdido Key area. Towards Destin. Pensacola, Destin.
Yeah. I got you. I've driven through there a couple. That's some nice country up there, man.
Yeah. It's we spent about 2 months out of the year in Perdido Key. We go to a condo there and spend a month in October and a month in March. Kind of the off season. It's not real crowded.
Right. Yep.
The weather's mild, it's not as hot.
When is
we missed it. I'm going to move my boat back tomorrow.
When is Florida going to secede from the Union?
I don't know. It's got to be getting close.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
I got no problem. We wouldn't even have to put up a wall, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Texas. I mean, that's where all the real, troubles are.
Because the South's going to do it again.
South does it all the time.
Yeah. I figured, man.
But it's all good down here, man. It's blue skies, a little breeze, cooler. It's nice.
Yeah, it's been a cooler week up here a little bit. I'm just a little bit north of you. It's been a lot more doable. That's how I'd say it, because there was a stretch there we got no rain, drought for like 4 weeks, and it was it was so hot. Grass started all burning up. We go through that once a year.
Heard you discovered gravity when those grips came off.
I did. It wasn't gravity though, because gravity doesn't exist. Speaking, yeah, you like that handle grip story, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, one part of the handle grip, or I come straight down, right? And I came down, one part of the handlebars came into the private area, and the other one whacked the side of my knee, right? And I came down, and I was down for the count, obviously, for some time. And the funny thing is, now thinking about this, that's when I broke my leg, but it took 3 shots. It's the same day, right? So later on that day, I was out playing football. Actually, not soccer. We'll get to that, because that was the final blow. I was out playing football, and we were playing football in an alley. You know how kids are. We were playing tackle football in an alley, right? all kind of huge rocks on the side of the alley. You know the deal. And of course, I got tackled, and he tackled me, and I whacked the same leg, the side of my knee, the same spot, right? And oh man. But I had soccer practice. I couldn't believe it. I played 1 year in soccer when I was a kid. And that was the year. I had soccer practice later that afternoon, right? So I recovered a bit. My knee was still screwed up. But I went to soccer practice, kicking the ball, and some kid came up and tried to get the ball off me, and he kicked me right in the same spot. Broke my leg. Took 3 shots that same day. Unbelievable, eh? Yeah. Never forget it. I think that's the only broken bone I ever had in my life. Right?
That's the only broken bone I had was playing soccer. Me and the guy kicked the ball at the same time, broke my ankle. But I got a story. I was racing motorcycles and my throttle stuck, and I jumped a fence into the crowd.
That's fun.
Yeah, throttle stuck, and all there was to do is hang on, buddy.
Yeah, when the throttle sticks.
It was a CR80, man. That was a hot little engine back then. It had an XR80 Honda and a CR80. That CR80 two-stroke was a hot little engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that like it's yesterday. I didn't know if I was going to survive.
Yeah, the throttle.
Survive, I guess.
I had a couple of times where the throttle was sticking. I think we were riding, I think it was RM50. And yeah, that'll freak you out, man. You got to maintain your wits. and take the least, how would you say, train wreck that you could possibly take. And then you got to think of it quick, or you're finished, man. You can panic, but you better get a hold of yourself. Too funny. But anyway, I got that broken leg, so I had a straight-legged cast from my ankle to the top of my thigh for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Yes, sir. 10 years old.
I bet you had it all tagged up at the end.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The things that I remember so long ago. The things that I remember is the itching, right? And what I used to do is take a fly swatter and take the end of the fly swatter, and it had to be a big edged fly swatter, right? And then you had to push that thing down there, man. I can remember doing that a bunch of times. I got an itch. Oh, I can't get it. Right? Really cool, man. It didn't stop me, man. I still played football with that cast. Learned to kick with my left leg. So the left leg got stronger. And just to finish up that story, after the 8 weeks was over, right? And yeah, 10 years old, man. You know, I'm thinking, shit, get this cast off, man. I'm off and running, right? I can remember him sawing it off, right? And he goes, listen, you're going to have to take it easy. He was trying to explain to me about the atrophy of the muscles, right? But I wasn't having any of it. And I can remember when he cut that thing off, he turned around and I jumped down onto the floor. Yeah. I went right down onto my face because that leg did not work at all. That's what I remember from it. So that's it. That's all for that story.
So then that's when you learned about entropy.
That's when I learned about entropy. You're right. Yep. So I had to build up. That didn't take that long to build up. At 10 years old back then, right? There wasn't any video games we were playing. They used to send out search parties for us. I remember getting grounded for not coming home. I'd hate that.
Yeah, everything was outside. Everything was outside. You were not in the house at all.
Yeah. I spent so much time outside. My hair was white.
Did you come home with them sweat rings around your neck?
Exactly. Yeah. And back then, by the time the time to come home was when the street lights come on. Right? I'll tell you what, I don't know how many times I got grounded.
Yeah, that was our rule too. The street lights come on, you better be home.
Yep.
I got to a certain age and we would walk out with our backpacks and my mom would ask me what time we're going to be home. I said, time? What day? we'd go on hikes and we'd come back 2 or 3 days later. My mom hated that voice. She didn't like not knowing because there was no cell phones back then. We were on for
Heck yeah, man. Those were the days. I'll tell you what. Those are so foreign right now. Right?
The new normal.
Yeah, the new normal, right? Yeah.
I knew the problem was when they gave me a beeper at work, told me what it is. I said, this is a problem. Because now you can track me. I don't like this beeper thing.
Yeah, I used to take
Yeah,
the. Go ahead.
yeah, they want to take control of everybody, right? That's to know where you are. People are very much concerned about other people.
Nah, there's a trick with those beepers. You just take the batteries out. And then you
Yeah.
always have dead batteries on the side and put those in and say, "What? You called me? Oh, let me check my beeper." Oh
so
man.
that's how it works, huh?
Oh man, that thing it's dead. Let me check the
Mm.
battery. Yeah.
The first one I threw in a creek. Then the next one they gave me, I started to get smarter and do that.
Now, wait a second. I didn't have a beeper until way later than that childhood thing.
Yeah, I'm talking the 80s now. I went to the 80s. You're still in the 70s, John? I went to the 80s.
I'm always in the 70s, man. Always back there. 73, 74, 75, 76. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable, man. In fact, I called my mom, or I talked to my mom not that long ago, right? And I just had to tell her, I said, because we didn't have a lot of money. It's not like we were poor or anything, right? But we didn't have a lot of money. We were about lower middle class, something like that, living out in the country and stuff. I just had to tell her, when I look back on it, I just had to thank her for such a great childhood. If I had to do it all over again, I'd do it the same damn way. Put it to you that way. I wouldn't change a thing. So she needed to know that. That's what you all ought to do. You ought to call your parent, call your mom, and thank her. That's what you all need to do. All you old timers. Now, you youngins, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know. Probably text somebody.
Yeah, my favorite still was Saturday morning cartoons. That was the day.
Oh, yeah. Saturday morning cartoons. Oh,
Try to
yeah.
explain it to the kids, they have no idea. Because I'm like, there was a certain day we had. It was Saturday morning. That's when all the cartoons are out.
Saturday morning was cartoons, and Saturday afternoon was Wild Wild West.
Yes. What's his Robert Conrad? That was my favorite show.
Yeah.
He got out
Wild
of
Wild
any jam.
West, man.
Any jam he got out of.
Yeah. He was a smooth operator, boy.
Didn't you guys got homework from school and stuff?
I can't remember that.
homework. No.
Can you guys remember that? Now that she
No,
says
I
that.
never did homework. And Sunday was Mutual of Omaha and wrestling.
Yeah, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, man. There was another one that came back later. I think it was on later. It was Marty Stauffer's Wild America or something. That might have been later, though.
Wild Kingdom, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
That was the
Sunday
first one, no
football.
doubt about it. That was pretty darn popular. But after that, I think Marty Stauffer took over Wild America or something like that. I can't remember. I just remember Marty Stauffer. Yep, those were the days, man. Back in the day.
So no homework, right? And just the great outdoors, right?
Yeah, great outdoors.
I did homework. My mom cooked me slice and bake cookies and a glass of milk when I stepped off the bus. I'd do my homework, take me 30 minutes or an hour or whatever, and I could go outside after I finished my homework till the street lights came on, and then it was supper time. Get ready for the next day. But yeah, life was a lot simpler back then, a lot easier.
And we
But
drank.
My kids,
We drank from the hose, man.
oh yeah, definitely right out of the hose.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's called an Italian broom. It's an Italian broom in Brooklyn.
I tell people all the time though. They say, "Well, if there's an afterlife, what do you want to come back as?" I said, "One of my kids." They got it made, man. I tried to spoil my kids, and I found out that you can't. But it's been fun trying. So we do all the toys and traveling, and let them do what they want. Life is good, man.
Yeah.
Never even had to yell at my kids. I've never once raised my voice at my kids.
Really?
You find any parent like that?
You don't have a 17-year-old baller.
Oh yes, I do. I got 22, 20, and 18, but
They all ballers?
they all ballers.
They're
Yeah,
all
they all-
ballers.
I'm
No,
not
they're not.
talking about. Listen, I'm not talking about football down south. I'm talking about
You talking about Glober?
Yes.
Yeah. They do all the tests and stuff with me now. They don't promote it like I do, but they'll get on and listen. But they don't want to hear it from their friends and society. Basically, they already kind of people ask me or start asking me questions. My daughter just kind of walks away. They all know. I mean, they know the drill. They know we're being lied to about other stuff. Smart kids.
You
Now, my
don't have
wife
it.
hates it, right? My wife hates the subject. She knows it's flat, but she don't like the debate.
Right.
All the toxic, it's just toxic.
Right.
So she would rather it never be like even brought up or mentioned or who cares. But I think she'll come out of that later. It's kind of strange because she knows the implications of the Bible and stuff like that, but she just thinks it's not. She would rather talk about other things, to save people than talk about the nature of the earth to show them creation. She does her thing, I do mine. It works good together.
The kids listening now?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, they're 22, 20, and 18, so they're fixing to turn 23, 21, and 19 in the next 3 months. September, October, and November. So my daughter's turning 21 in September.
Sweet.
So she pretty much lives on the boat and fishes all day. And oldest son is in his master's program online, so he's in school every day. And then my youngest son owns his own business, so he's busy every day doing that. They're all super. I mean, like I said, have knock on wood, I haven't had 1 ounce of trouble, no issues, nothing. Just unbelievable kids.
Yeah, you're blessed, man.
Yeah, it's weird. But, we made a decision. My wife had a great job. We decided to quit, stay at home with the kids and spend every day with them. We never really had babysitters, or we just spent I own my own business, so I was at home most of the time, and we traveled with them. We never left them anywhere. We took them out to eat. They learned how to sit at the table. They learned how to sit in church.
Me too. No babysitters. No.
Nobody else was raising my kids, and
Right.
I enjoyed them. I mean, we enjoy each other. I still every weekend we pretty much are together fishing or doing something. They all three pretty much live at home. My daughter stays on the boat, but my son lives out in the. We have like a mother-in-law suite game room back behind the pool, and he lives upstairs. Got his own kitchen and washer and dryer and all that, so he pretty much lives out there. But my youngest son still lives inside.
Yeah, if I'd ever come back, I want to be one of your kids, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Crazy, But
Yeah.
they deserve everything they get. They work hard. They're good, like community. They'll go help people. It's unbelievable. I don't know where they get it from because I wasn't like that. I was a normal kid, but I wasn't ugly or get in trouble or anything. But I wasn't I didn't have the heart they do. I had to learn that as I went.
Yeah.
Golden, man. You talk good enough about them. They deserve everything they get.
It sounds like it, man. It sounds like you're gushing.
I give it to them. People tell me you can spoil your kid. They would always, you shouldn't homeschool. They're not going to be well rounded. Kidding me. They're the most well-rounded people. They know how to communicate. They know how the world works.
Colt.
State champion this, state champion that. You know, good at everything they do.
Yep.
Everybody that meets them, you know, just can't believe. You know.
Always speaking highly of them and stuff. They go out of their way to tell you how great your kids are.
Yeah, just amazing.
Yeah.
You know? Your son this and your daughter, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's their mom.
Yeah,
Had a good mother.
they got a good mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so family life is very important then, huh? I think that's the thing, that's the key that you told us. That having them at home and schooling them yourself and be with them, right? And just not sort of taking the
Hey.
school away to sort of be rid of them, right?
Yeah,
Like
just showing them that love, you know.
I remember
Yeah.
when the lockdown came here in Holland that many of these parents complained because what do I have to do with my child now? Because he's busy and he's getting weird when he's getting home and I can't work when I'm around my kids and what do I do with them? I think, well, you wanted kids. It's not that you sort of provide them for the state and then let the
Yeah.
state take care of them. You have to take care of them yourself. What's wrong with people?
That's a novel idea.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe spend time with your kids. I don't know.
You got a super chat, by the way, Rob, from Rob Kin, and he says, "Permission to speak, please."
Ah, Rob is in there. Rob, you've been off mute the whole time this time, man.
Yeah, I just got nothing to say. I just want to make sure I'm allowed.
He puts me on mute too, Rob. He's scared I'm gonna say something stupid.
That was hilarious the other day, Rob. I'm telling you. I was still laughing after the show.
I was laughing. I was laughing myself. I just, at that point I had nothing to say, so I did have something to say earlier, but then I forgot. And then when you guys actually called on me, I was like, "Oh fuck, I ain't got nothing to say." Sorry.
Short attention span, Rob.
I'll be on mute.
No, on mute.
Yeah.
Guys gotta get that right, man. You gotta be on mute, dude. Yeah. Well, we got 48 minutes, man. We've been going 48 minutes. We haven't talked about flat Earth one time.
Well, now we have. Let's go over to one other topic. Huh?
Because we're on a flat Earth.
Hey,
Hello?
there was yesterday was on the news that they might have found that there was a sort of substance on Venus, and that might suggest life. Did you guys?
Yes, I was reading that today, Betty. I seen that.
Yeah. So now we have some germs on Venus. So Venus is now a COVID planet.
Did you say it was a COVID planet?
Although they say bacteria, right? It's not a virus. But yeah, it can come to Earth and then it might be harmful.
Oh,
They said that Venus was a sister planet, right? The sister planet of and almost the same size as Earth. And I said, no, that's not true. I was at my parents and I said, that's a lie.
Are you inside my mind, Betty? Because I was just going to say that.
Gonna fly here on the space dust and not get burned up in the atmosphere like everything.
Yeah.
Tough bacteria.
Well, they say that it rains diamonds on Venus. Is that the case? Wasn't that the case?
They can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Can't refute it.
So these little bacteria will be caught inside these freaking diamonds, I suppose. Right?
aren't diamonds a girl's best friend?
Well, not if they contain these germs.
They're little germies.
Germans.
Yeah, you remember that was so. What did he say? Where did germs come from?
So, just for my information, and according to the narrative, how do we know the size of Venus?
If the Earth is flat, explain germs.
No, I want to answer I have an answer to my question. How do we determine what size Venus has?
You're talking about the way the secular be? I don't
Yes.
even know. I don't think I know.
Because they say that they used Venus to measure the sun, because when you have a transit of Venus, sun, Venus fits in there a certain amount of times, and since Venus is the same size as Earth, right? They sort of extrapolate the size of Venus.
Well, but how did they figure out the size of Venus first?
Exactly. Well, that's my question to you.
I thought
Well,
I'd turn it around. Go ahead, Dave.
it's unknown, but I'm quite sure you don't understand.
I'm sure. Well, maybe someone can elaborate that, because it seems to me like one depends on the other, and we don't know the first thing about the first.
We
like,
don't
sort of-
know the first thing about this. How do we
Yeah.
know the first thing about that?
So how do we know the second thing about the
Well,
first?
that's right. The second and third and fourth thing, those are problematic, but I don't think they're problematic in secular out there in secular society or the mainstream science, right? I didn't read
Wasn't
that
that-
article. You might want to send that to me.
There was a guy that sort of assumed, right, that that Venus was the same size as Earth, and that they could use that planet for the transit of Venus for the size of the sun, right? Is that the case?
It was something like that. Yeah, but I want to get back to how do they why don't you send me that article about the germs on Venus? How do they know that?
Well, they found a little substance in the atmosphere.
They found a little substance in Venus's atmosphere.
Yeah, it must be spectroscopy.
Spectrochocoloscopy. That's out there. No, it wouldn't be that. And where are they getting atmosphere from? Because atmo, that's a contradiction in terms. Atmo means gas. Sphere means shape. And gases have no inherent shape. So that's a contradiction in terms.
Yeah. Well.
I'll kill that conversation right at the nub.
Yeah. Why?
Why do that? Why just?
Why?
Yeah,
I
because
was just trying to find some stuff on that Venus stuff. Potential sign of life found in clouds of Venus, it says here.
it was found in the clouds, huh?
Mhm.
So we got
Yeah.
floating germs.
Yeah.
I go ahead, send that article to me. I need to read that bollocks.
Yeah, well, it's trying to get there, but then I get into a sort of a cookie dough stuff thing. You know the cookie,
dough.
right? You have to allow cookies to go on.
Cookie dough stuff.
Yeah, and I call it cookie dough. Clouds of Venus join the shortlist for potential signs of life in our solar system. Scientists have spotted possible signs of life on multiple worlds beyond Earth. Venus isn't the only world beyond Earth where scientists have gotten a possible whiff of life.
A whiff.
Researchers, announced today, September 14, that they have spotted in Venus's air the fingerprint of
what?
A stinky gas.
Oh, no, go back. No, stinky gas. Before stinky gas. Before that? What did you say?
What do you want me to go back to?
Go back to just a sentence before that and say that all over again.
Researchers announced today, September 14th, that they have spotted in Venus's air the fingerprint of phosphine, a stinky gas that here on Earth is produced only by microbes and humans, as far as we can tell.
Did you say phosphine?
Yeah, PHOSPHINE. Yeah, I should send you this.
Just send me the whole article.
Yeah, there's many articles. I just picked one, right?
Yeah.
I didn't go review all of it, right? Because it was in Dutch, the one that I had, of course. and
Oh, okay.
I gather that you didn't take up on your Dutch.
No.
No.
Did you see the article I posted in Ballbusters on Sunday? It was Dark Matter's Gravity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
it's in Ballbusters. Go check it. You have to scroll back a little bit, but yeah. Now dark matter has gravity.
Ah, yeah. Well, something else we can't see. Huh?
Yeah. I have, and speaking of which, I
Do you
haven't
think
heard.
that if they find stinky gas on Venus, that there might be some humans farting over there? What's
Find
happening?
some stinky gas.
So everywhere there's human life, there's some stinky gas over there.
Well, you don't have to go to Venus for that.
They just eat some peppers, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Or
but
maybe we stink up this planet so much so that we sort of infect Venus.
Speaking of which, of the gravity topic, but I haven't heard, and maybe now I've been around to the usual haunts. I haven't heard anyone sputtering any frigging gravity or Newtonian mechanics. I'll tell you that much. Maybe it's just maybe they noticed I was in there and they didn't, but I haven't heard much. I'll tell you that.
Well, isn't that what you aim for?
Yeah. It's the same thing that happened when I first did the spectrochocoloscopy presentation. There wasn't too many people talking about what the sun was made of. It was a long time to about 3-4 months, and then finally it started trickling out a little bit after that. I think it's the same. See, this one's a little bit more difficult, though. Because, the people have always said, yeah, we know what the sun is made of, spectrochocoloscopy. Yeah, but that was always like a sidebar topic, right? This is a main liner, right? So I thought it would be a little different. I thought they'd whistle past the graveyard, but nope, they haven't been saying it too much. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe other people can speak to that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Other people, go ahead, speak to that.
I invite you.
We got a whole load in here, man. They just piled on in here.
What did you want us to speak about?
If you were around any haunts for the past week or so, ever since the I kind of put the nail in the coffin for Newtonian mechanics, laws of motion, and gravity.
No, the last thing I remember you guys talked about in regards to gravity was that there is no equation for two-body gravity.
No, that's not the last one.
No?
You ain't keeping up on the flat earth debate. Just the other day, I took Newton, laws of motion, and the universal law of gravitation to the woodshed. Did you get the memo?
Didn't get the
You've done it a
memo.
long time ago.
Nah, this was just
But,
last
yeah, maybe
week.
I'm missing something.
This was just last week.
I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, not keeping up to date with the flat earth debate. Unsolicited. You're busted. No, just messing.
Not allowed to bring it up anymore. It's a dead issue.
It's not that they're not allowed to bring it up. I just haven't heard not us, but the rank and file ballers. I just haven't heard it.
Was it Newtonian gravity superseded by Einstein like 100 years ago?
Yeah.
And wasn't that it was declared wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, declared by physicists.
Yeah.
So why do people bring it?
That's what I was saying. I finally put it. I said that'll be about enough of that. But you figured that, like I said, this was more of a mainline topic, right? You can't get away from it. Gravity's always going to come up. Newtonian mechanics is always going to come up, right? It's not like the spectrochocoloscopy stuff that was just sideline material. This is mainline. I'd figured that it would probably last for a couple days, but they'd just come right back to it. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't heard it, mainly because the ballers, they see me in the hangout, they ain't going to bring it up. They know better.
The
But
thing
go
that
ahead.
sorry, I thought
No,
you
good.
finished. The thing that I find peculiar when talking about Einsteinian gravity, claiming that is curvature of space-time.
Mm-hmm.
That, especially in retrospect to Arvin keep bringing this up, the movie Interstellar. They were talking about, I don't know if you folks have seen it, but assuming you have, there was a scene when they flew to a planet which had a higher gravity, which 30% maybe higher, and the time was slow for them. Basically, they spent like an hour there, and Earth was 10 years or something.
Yeah.
And when it came back, the guy was old. Black
Yeah,
dude,
but
had like a beard and everything.
yeah, but they're presenting it as scientific fact, which I believe most physicists concur with. Then my question would be, how on earth did you manage to pull off moon landings? Because people on the moon would have to travel through time like a 50% faster, which means there could be no radio or television communications at all, because they'll be on a different timeline altogether.
Yeah, that's nonsense, man.
It is nonsense.
All of it's nonsense. But yeah, I do remember that movie came out a long time ago, man. I do remember something. Like I said, I only watched it that one time, and I even snickered back then. Right? Because I knew Einstein, and even back then, was nonsensical buffoonery. So I just snickered right along with it.
Well, even before the movie, if you think about it, right, there's curvature of space-time, which means even without the movie, all the movie just did is just illustrated the Einsteinian physics, so to speak. Put it on a pretty picture on the screen, but it was all sort of agreed upon among physicists, and yet nobody asks the very simple, how do you travel to supposed moon if that's the case? You know what I'm saying?
That's a question for them. Ask them. I don't know how they're traveling to the moon. They got to go through Narnia, second law of thermodynamics violation. That's where it ends with me.
Yeah. No, I'm just giving that, like, I'm just probing the mind, the worldview. They believe in all that, right? And then believe in curvature of space-time. And then you pose the question, okay, how would they pull that off?
Yeah, I got you. And Arwen brought up another point about they mentioned something about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle in that movie. I don't remember that. He said to go back, and I guess it's on Netflix or something. I haven't had time to muck with it. Maybe if I think about it when I'm perusing Netflix, I'll try to pull it up. I'll have to watch the whole darn movie again, I think.
No, that subject wasn't brought up.
What's the name of the movie?
Interstellar.
All right.
Before
That
Flat Earth,
subject
I loved
wasn't
it.
part of
After
the
Flat Earth,
narrative, as far as I
hammered that.
remember.
Hold up.
And
Neil
I
was
just
saying
watched the
something.
movie.
Hold up, Rebel. Neil was saying something.
Said before Flat Earth, I loved that movie. After Flat Earth, I can't stomach it.
I couldn't stomach sci-fi ever since I found out NASA was faking their images. That was like back in 2000.
Special effects are great.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're great. They're okay.
Oh, I just ran into a little snafu. That's really weird. Let's give it a second.
QE, I have a question for you. You familiar with the three-body problem?
Somewhat. I understand it theoretically. Yeah, but that's more Newtonian stuff.
That's right. So they have a problem with Newtonian physics, which is they aren't able to calculate the interaction between three bodies. We'll get like more than that, right? Once they introduce Einsteinian physics, the relativity and gravity, you have an even bigger problem.
Yeah,
Two-body physics.
you do, because Einsteinian field equation, it can't solve for more than two or more masses. That's that problem. Yeah, that problem's totally off the table. It doesn't. It's a train wreck of megalithic proportions. But theoretically, It's the law of superposition in Newtonian mechanics, which is debunked anyway. There's no reason why you can't calculate it. It's just so difficult. You following what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. At the same time, they do use Newtonian equations to calculate whatever they need to calculate.
Yeah,
right?
I don't
That's still,
know. Yeah, they just whatever. It's like they're shape shifting. They just switch back and forth. Right. That's how they play.
Isn't
that
it
game.
all just math?
Yeah, it's mathematical. Einstein was just a philosopher with a calculator. That's all he was. Yeah, it's all just math.
Einstein was a fuzzy-haired crackpot, as far as I'm concerned. Everything you dig up on Einstein, just you stand in awe. How on earth a person of this caliber, quote unquote, could make his way into scientific circles is beyond me.
A car just went by. Could it be that I was moving or was the car moving?
I think it was propped up for very nefarious reasons.
Yeah, we could go into all that speculation. We don't need to, right? All we
That
all we
doesn't
need
matter.
to
We
do.
like speculation sometimes. I do think so too. That working on a patent office can give you ideas and steal them for. Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one thing that freaks me out though, I know this happened to you, John. You're sitting in traffic, you got your foot on the brake, you look to your right, and all of a sudden you're moving, but you're not, and you're hitting the brakes again because the other guy next to you was rolling. That's kind of bugged out.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of fishiness from back then, but you can put all that aside. Just take the documented arguments, right? Just focus on the arguments. Just tear them to pieces. It's real easy. It's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, but the other thing is also fun to speculate a little.
Nah, I'm not into that.
Yeah. You got Einstein. That's sort of debatable in that sense. You got that Stephen Hawking's guy that we don't really know. Did he ever did talk when he was in that chair? Right.
Have Lemon Bird? He loves to speculate.
You had Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and then Lemon Bird.
That guy will speculate away.
Well, who is really genuine in sort of sceneries?
No, me personally, I love to tear shit apart at the visceral level. Point inconsistencies.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
it's a lot
QE
of fun.
goes for the Jaguar, but
Uh-oh, Rob had something to say. Hold up.
Dig deeper.
Hold up, Rebel. Rob had something to say. Rob.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm genuine.
Rob's
Just, for
genuine,
what
man.
it's worth.
Sorry,
Only if he speaks.
sorry, I rumpushed you, Rob. Go ahead and finish that up.
No, that's all I got.
Rob King is only genuine when he speaks.
Well, at least we know he's genuine.
Well, when does he speak?
He just spoke.
Yeah, and now he doesn't.
For instance, I got into it with someone about ether the other day.
Oh, the hell. You do that on purpose, Neil, so that you
Yeah, I do. I do. I do it on purpose. Especially if I see Lemon and John on the same.
Well, lemon is like really a lemon, right? For John.
I'm an instigator.
There's a lot of instigators out there.
Yeah. They know how to
Ether
put
to me is a cool subject, although it's beyond.
What is?
Ether.
What is it?
What was that?
I said it's a cool subject to me to discuss, although I realize it's beyond scientific.
What is it?
Well, in my opinion.
Opinion?
Yeah.
We're not dealing with opinions here. We're talking about
That's a pretty good QE there, Betty.
Yeah. The QE signature for sure.
It's like being in the water. It's a wave. Like, the medium. like you can't have a wave without the water.
Like
That's
dark
right.
matter. You can't see it, but it's there.
Yeah, but you're going into, wave as opposed to wave function, where you
Oh goodness,
off
we're
the
not
reservation.
going
Yeah.
down that route. I
You
don't
want to
feel
piss
I had to run in
QE
with
off in
somebody.
the end of the show,
I don't feel like it.
huh?
I had to run in with somebody, and did not seem to get his independent variable in his hypothesis. Pretty funny. So the guy, his name, shout out to
Hey Travis,
You guys hear me okay?
hey Travis, you're chopping, man.
all right, thanks.
Yeah, drop out, come back in. What's up, AI? I noticed you dropped in. What's up, man? You came off mute, but we're not hearing anything. You're not even lighting up.
I didn't know I wasn't suppressed.
Oh, there you go. Now we got you. What's up, man?
I've been thinking about the Bell test lately.
The Bell test. John Bell?
That $1 million bucks.
Which Bell test you talking? You're talking about John Bell?
Bell's inequality.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't been back there in a while.
But what I was thinking was, when they're trying to invent a loophole-free test.
Yep.
I think two loopholes are. I think it's the distance between them. If it's a certain distance, then they could communicate with each other.
What, inanimate
So
objects?
my question to that is, their claim of nothing can communicate faster than the speed of light between 2 points. And so my thought was, well, if they're claiming that knowledge is validated to collapse the wave function, then why would they not postulate that knowledge itself, which is immaterial?
And what about non-locality? That's faster than the speed of light.
That's what he's getting into.
That's instantaneous, bro.
Yeah, that's what he's discussing.
Oh, okay.
That's AI. That's some deep stuff, man. We're just in here just shooting a breeze talking about Huffy Thunder Roads. You come in here talking about Bell's inequality.
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Okay, so we're over here talking about Bell's inequality, and over on Fight the Flat Earth, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that's the generation. And I have to deal with them on it.
I doubt he would be able to even imagine something traveling faster than the speed of light.
His imagination.
That's why I use that word.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I got
Thanks
you,
for
baby.
that, by the way.
I got you, babe. We're gonna round up here in a few minutes. I got some stuff I got to do, but like I said, I love these shows, these open panels. I'm gonna do them a lot more. I'll try
Hey,
to
before you go,
Go
can I entertain you with something quickly?
real quick.
Okay, so I googled astronomy. I'm just gonna outline the paradox of Wikipedia. You ready?
Good.
Literally meaning the science that studies the laws of the stars is a natural science. Studies celestial objects and phenomena. So I click on natural science. Natural science is a branch of science concerned with the description, prediction, and understanding of natural phenomena based on empirical evidence from observation and experimentation. I click on experimentation. An experiment is a procedure carried out to support or refute or validate the hypothesis. Experiments provide insight into cause and effect by demonstrating what outcome occurs when a particular factor is manipulated. So,
Yep.
you see the paradoxical loop there?
Yeah. I do. Always seen it.
And Wikipedia is riddled with shit like this.
Yeah.
You know, when you speak to people, they refer you to Wikipedia, and I'm like, okay,
You don't
open it up.
understand.
You don't
Open it up.
understand. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Yeah, I found that. If people just do more than a surface search and you start clicking those interlinks, yeah, it contradicts themselves, right? Yeah.
Yeah, people might not pick up on that, right? Because they sort of skim over things and go from one thing to another. And they don't connect the dots anymore, right? They
Yes.
sort of lose track.
Yeah.
I would love you to make like a show next time just to outline the paradox of Wikipedia
Wow.
by
Oh, that's
by
interesting.
jumping through links like this, and it doesn't take a long time. 3-4 clicks, and you're there.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts? Make them quick, concise. AI. We'll start at the top. We'll go down. AI. What's up?
I think it should be noted that space.com put out an article with the words to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, that you can no longer rely on the horizon as a go-to valid proof of Earth curvature. Just within the past week.
Oh, really? Do you have that? Could you PM me with that, please? Get a chance? Yes? Nope.
I want that too.
Yeah, AI, PM me with that.
All right.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Neo, any final thoughts?
If you think Wikipedia is going to drive you nuts with that, try going to Wikipedia for Coriolis.
Oh, yeah, that's
Go
you're
down that
exactly
rabbit
right.
hole.
Yep. Totally agree.
No, I love these afternoon chats. You got to do it more often.
I agree. Rams, what's up? All right, Rams. Rebel, final thoughts, man.
Oh, Rams is on. He was on server mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rams, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'd like to say farewell to Newton.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rams.
Leave him to rest. Yep.
I'll tell you what, though, just on Newton's behalf, he did a lot in optics, though. I'm just focused on basically the laws of motion and universal law of gravitation, even though, right, that he said that he didn't want to describe to him. I still take that into account. Always bring that up, right? So it's not a total wholesale drubbing of Newton.
No, of course.
Go ahead, Betty. You wanted to rumpus somebody?
Yeah, I did. And was successful.
Yes, you were. You're pretty successful at cracking yourself up today, too.
Yeah, that's what successful. Well, I think that Newton wasn't he more a clergyman or a one of a Christian or studying the scriptures and stuff.
Yeah. He did more study on Revelation and Daniel than all his physics combined, or so-called physics.
And yeah, so we shouldn't write them off in that way, right?
Yeah, and I don't want to. Like I said, I make it I stress it intentionally, not to drag him around.
That reverend that took over. That one.
Who?
The reverend. You talked about the reverend. Mm-hmm.
Reverend John Michel, but he was with Cavendish. That was long after Newton.
Ah, Cavendish.
Cavender.
Also another guy that we don't really know that he existed.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, we don't want to get into that, into Cavender. I say that because one of the ballers the other day talked about the Cavender experiment. All in one day. It was Cavender experiment. 3 different guys. Cavender experiment with one guy. One gentleman said frigonometry.
Trigonometry?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I heard it. I heard him talking, right? And he was talking. We were asking him, so what are your best proofs for the spinning ball, he started talking and he said frigonometry. And I said, whoa, wait. Stop the whole conversation. I said, did you say frigonometry? And everyone started laughing, man, because he did say it. It was too funny. And what was the other? There was one more. It was the same day. Tangential speed. I was talking to this one baller, and he said pangential. P-A-N. Papa Alpha November. Pangential speed. So I had to stop him. It was all three in one day. I was like, what the hell are you people doing out here?
Making stuff up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're making stuff up. All right, Rob. The genuine one. Final thoughts.
I got air tools going on.
You got air tools going on. I got you, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Wait, you skipped me, buddy.
Did I skip you? It wasn't intentional as far as you know.
I'll take it.
Well, go on now, Rebel.
Yes. So my final thoughts would be is to maybe wish for bring Wikipedia paradoxes, like a normie language, a place to go to attention of everybody. Maybe do a special on the Wikipedia at some point.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you do some legwork for me? Go ahead and get a bunch of topics that you want to discuss on Wiki, and we'll move from there. How about that?
Sounds good.
I'll be looking for my PMs from you.
10-4.
Shadow, you're on mute and deafened. The Adam Meekin, sir, did you go back to work?
Well, I did. For me tea. Which wasn't one. I have been back about 10 minutes, so I've been enjoying it actually.
I figured you were back. So we're here to final thoughts, Adam.
I'll end and say I was in that chat as well where when we were talking about the relevancy of an R value, that you do need an R value if you're going to use frigonometry.
you were there with the frigonometry. Was I making that up? Adam, tell him that I did not make that up. That he actually said that. Adam.
Maybe the wine hit him too hard.
Those are my final thoughts of the day.
Adam, are you listening to me? You were in the same discussion when that guy said frigonometry. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, double. Yeah.
What?
Yeah? he's Hey Rob, that'll be about enough laughing out of you. Freaking Adam, he's stonewalling me, man. I think you were there for all three. I think you were there for the frigonometry, for the tangential. What was the other one?
I was there when you were. I joined as you were appreciating tangential speed, and then frigonometry followed.
Yeah. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Thanks for backing me up, man. Finally. All right, man. Hey, any channel shout outs, sir?
Yes, please. Can I shout out mine?
Oh,
Class, Nathan. Class.
Funny. All right.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Be here.
Please.
Be here or be sphere for brand new Flat Earth debate, uncut and after show, which is premiering as soon as this live stream finishes. If I can drag this plug out for the next 5 minutes.
I already seen it.
Rob's already seen it. He said 3 things tonight. Air tools, I'm genuine, and he's already seen it.
We cover frickonometry.
Oh, you would have lost it if you were there, man. Yeah, it was friggin'. I couldn't. It was friggin', pun intended. It was friggin' hilarious. I couldn't believe it. But I can believe it because they just make stuff up. I mean, left and right. They can't get the words right. Yeah, guys, if you're faking it, at least get the words right. Okay? Then it'll take at least 5 more seconds to compromise you.
Hey, let us have a laugh from time to time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like geometry and the spectral cross-probability. Whatever.
Uh-oh, Dave came back. Dave, any final thoughts, man?
You might be on mute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm muted.
Or do I have final thoughts when you're muted trying to suppress my opinions?
Yeah, that's all I'm about. Censoring. That's what I'm about. That's why I'm here.
I was on the phone with my sisters, checking on her with the hurricane thing, so I missed the last half, but I did catch the shameless plug of the Nathan Oakley flat earth debate. Everybody go watch that.
Yeah. That was class. That was right on time. Your timing, sir, is impeccable. I didn't even see you jump in here. All I did was hear your voice. That was spectacular.
Like you knew it was almost the end.
It's like he knew that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Subscribe to Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980, respectively.
Because he's ace.
And hit the join button.
All right, Betty, you're the last one standing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So if I have any thoughts, huh?
Yeah, your final thoughts, wrap it on up for us.
The show. Yeah, I liked it, and I hope that we might get on the whole other sort of speculation stuff. And I liked also the idea that Rebel had with the Wikipedia and seeing how sometimes we get fooled by the mainstream and the science bits that they try to get out there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe we can expose that. And maybe there are some other people that want to have some sort of little presentations on your show if they have something prepared, right? Try to do that sometime.
Yeah, after I review it.
Well, you can also debunk it straight away, and these people would be sort of having these debunked things.
Have a debunked presentation. Good. See, that's what you're on the cutting edge of novel ideas.
Well, the thing is that if people want to present, you're there. You can review it on the spot and just sort of clobber these people. Right? That makes them even more quick on the toes, right?
Yeah.
It might even be entertaining, I think, right?
Yeah.
Not that long, just 5 minutes or something. Yeah, I mean, back in the day when it was 2016, people were having these crazy thoughts and ideas, and to talk about them, sort of little speculations. And if we are sure that they are speculations, then you can clobber these people with the real thing.
And then you can clobber them.
Yeah, with the Louisville spiked slugger you got there.
That Louisville, that 44-inch nail spike Louisville slugger. You like that?
Well, I know that you've used them in the chats more often than than in the spoken chats, I suppose. But yeah, get them out there.
Get them out there. Get them hanging watermelon-sized curveballs out there. I hear you. All right. Anything else before we go?
Nope. Like the show and keep it up.
Yeah, thank you. We'll do a lot more. And like I said, it was your idea to do these. I'd have never thought of it myself. I just had one goal, just present. And I know we have to break it up. And we're gonna definitely have more of these. So listen, guys, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed the open discussion, open panel discussion. Like I said, we're going to do it more often. And if Betty has anything to do with it, we'll invite some people on here to sacrifice themselves. So remember, take no prisoners. No quarter will be asked. None shall be given. And remember, I'll be back.